Do we want me to do the summary? I normally do the summary.
Mm-hmm.
Once upon a time, in the land of wherever we are, we came across. No, we didn't come across anything. We decided to leave the place we were in and head to Evid. You know, the like, dead place or whatever. So yeah, we're asleep from going there. Is that a good? I don't know if that's a good summary. Wait, what happened to make me change my mind? Oh, I changed classes.
Yeah.
That was important. I'm now a rogue because I apparently can't play any role other than a rogue. So yeah. So we decided not to do what's it called? How did I get that money? I didn't. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh
steal
yeah,
it.
you stole from like
The fucking generator
of
Nick was
adults,
using
like,
gave me like
all the money.
stupid amounts. I guess he was like dropping zeros.
Yeah, he was like, I already like
have
dropped
this much
out because
money.
that one wanted to give her like 50 platinum and
It was like
a bunch
600
of gold.
like gold and
Yeah.
like 50 platinum. I'm like, yo.
Ridiculous.
Hey, we were in a very wealthy city. I'm just saying.
But you know, for 600 platinum pieces.
Somebody could not carry that in their pocket.
Exactly.
Right.
Platinum's bars,
No.
right?
No, it
No?
would still be a coin.
They're still coins, but platinum
Yeah.
is heavier than gold.
How heavy is plat? Wow. My ring was relatively heavy, I suppose.
I've thought about so they have like, people have made 3D prints of the coins and stuff, and I've thought about like printing a bunch just because it would be fun to be like, haha, here is my platinum.
All right.
I mean, I would just want them so that when I like people give you money, I can flick them to you guys. Like a badass NPC.
Here's your change.
So where we actually left off was where you guys had just reached the end of Even,
Oh, right.
and you weren't feeling well, so you decided to take camp.
Because everything was all dead and gross.
Oh, so we learned that Elias or Belial can take off his head.
If you don't stop calling him Elias, I'm gonna start shanking you.
That's who I like picture.
You can picture that all you want. His name is fucking Belial.
I was the only one who started feeling weird, or did both of us?
No, I think
Okay.
it was
Yours was
mostly
worse.
you, but everybody was just kind of like, oh, this is not good.
So when we wake up, I'm gonna make some food. Eat. You want some food?
Sure.
Here you go.
I check it to make sure it's not some sort of crazy berries.
I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, I'm gonna eat it.
Because I know that this one can't be trusted to...
Check before she eats.
Yeah.
Irony being that she knows probably a lot about fauna and flora.
Just did not pay attention. Yes. Oh no.
I'm gonna.
What are you rolling for?
I wanna.
I thought for...
Hey, are you gonna complain? We're trying to use our dice.
Right?
Well,
never
I
did-
want to know specifically what they're rolling
Survival,
for.
I want to see what she fucking is giving me for breakfast. Like, what?
I guess. Wait, we gotta take a step back. I'm going to go forage, so I need to investigate. Oh wait, gotta get to the page. 21.
There's lots of dead shit.
There's no food. I'm gonna look through my bag.
You have.
I
food in
don't
your
know
bag.
if I have food.
You
I do? Okay, fine.
do. You also have good berry that you can create stuff.
Oh, yeah, huh? I give you a good berry. One good
Okay.
berry. I think that's all you need to eat, right? It's a good berry.
However, if you don't have any actual food, that's something you're gonna have to address because you can't sustain on good berries alone.
I also have jerky.
Yeah, I thought we,
and
like,
rations and stuff.
Collected jerky. I want to search and see if there are any, like, footprints or anything.
It'll be survival.
Like, is it just kind of like dusty ground? Like, you know how when there's like that really light, like
Ash.
ashy.
Kinda.
So
or
there would
13.
be, if there were prints, they would probably be recent? Otherwise, maybe wind would have blown out, or does it seem like
Yeah, it's very the stuff on top is very, very fine.
13. Wait. 12. Nothing?
You see lots of dusty
You feeling
sand.
good? Can we... Wait, do I still feel weird? I still feel weird, but are we good to go?
I mean, I say get in, get out. Especially if it makes you not feel good to be.
Let's go. I would say I'd trudge in, but like I'm gonna keep very aware of my surroundings. Heck, I'm even gonna stealth.
Is it like abandoned
Roll with
buildings
disadvantage.
and stuff?
For what,
Or is
stealth?
it just like everything is.
There's some. It's like ruins. So there are some abandoned buildings, but like they're like decimated. Like they
So like broken down,
Mhm. Like somebody took a fucking wrecking ball to the structures, and like everything is very like there are few trees that are there are like the like skeletal trees where like they are so scrawny and like charred and just barely hanging on that you're like if I touch this it might just
right.
with disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Can the berries
For
be, like,
stealth.
drugs? Are the berries like drugs, basically?
No, it's like a whole meal in one little berry.
It's magic food.
That was for stealth, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I'm just, are there like buildings or anything? I guess, are we in town now?
I really hate when you don't listen to what's being said like right in front of you. I already answered the question about what buildings look like, what the actual area looks like.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Hey, what does the area
Everything's
look like?
broken down.
Okay,
Like it
but
looks
there
like
are
the buildings had wrecking balls
That,
taken
yeah,
to them.
that was the wrecking ball comment.
I
the
was doing math, that's why
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
The trees are like the few trees that are still around are very like scrawny looking and like very like charred. Like if you touched them, you'd believe that they'd like blow away.
Okay, so I'm gonna I don't know if this is something that my character could do, but I want to kind of like put my hands on the ground and see if there's like, if I can sense like any kind of plant life at all. Nature?
Yeah.
16. No?
Nothing. Like you can't like it's kind of like when a tree reaches for like water sometimes like you can typically feel that there's water below you. There is nothing.
Man, this place is dead. I'm gonna search for like the incursion site.
Okay, roll investigation.
Can I give her advantage? Because I would also be.
Investigation?
Nope.
22.
So what's your mentality on searching for where the
Like,
incursions
why
are?
am I looking for it, or how am I looking
How?
for it? I am honestly like getting pretty close to the ground,
Mhm.
kind of like putting my hands on the ground, kind of looking for like any cracks or anything like that. Maybe using kind of, I'd imagine because I'm like part tree in a way, like I might be able to kind of like feel out for, if I was going to plant myself, my roots would kind of, feel
Mhm.
things. So, kind of like exploring in that way, seeing if there's like any kinds of holes or tears, because, well, and I will say this to you, I'm feeling as though why we might be feeling this way.
Getting worse so that I can kind of.
So
follow.
Yuli
That
gets
isn't nearly as
down,
cool.
starts getting close to the ground, is like start kind of looking at things.
Yeah.
And you should kind of start wandering around and looking, and like there are definitely some changes.
This is for both of us. Or just this one.
Both.
Okay.
So while you're walking, you're noticing that there are some like sections where like you can tell like spells like fireball and stuff like that. There's like remnants of like these spell markings, and like it's kind of like scattered at first, and the closer you get, you start feeling a little bit worse. It starts kind of becoming like a headache a little bit. You're just kind of feeling kind of just ugh. And you guys keep kind of progressing, and the Woundly Harbits is moving much faster because they're kind of up more. You're kind of looking very close to the ground and going slow. So as you're kind of progressing, like you start kind of feeling like you're feeling something, and it's just kind of it's like at the edge tip of your tongue, like you feel something, but you don't know what you're feeling. And you guys progress further. You start seeing like the buildings are like flat.
Worse.
You see
Like-
like crumbled brick, and that's the only way you knew that there was a house. Like there's like a broken down table and crumbled brick. And it's like, well, that must have been a house. Like it's like everything is flattened. There are no trees anymore. There's no signs of any life. It's all rock and rubble and like non-organic materials that people brought here for like houses and things like that. And kind of looking out across the expanse, you see that everything goes from like even the air around it. Like you can see the sky. The sky looks kind of fine, like as so far as you've been going. But the further you go in, it's almost like a cloud materializes out of nowhere. The sky becomes dark and gray. The air starts feeling thicker. And it's just uncomfortable to breathe. And nothing, like, everything in your body starts screaming at you to run. And as you progress further, you get to this place where you see, like, there's a straight, like, nothingness. Like, the ground looks like you're almost afraid to step any further because the ground looks so lifeless at this point that it's like a layer of like shale or something like that where if you step on it you're going down because there's nothing below this layer of dirt. It's a very thin looking layer, and like part of you is like, there is nothing below me if I take a step out. And you start feeling an expanse, like negative, like a void, like there is nothingness under where the ground, like,
Do I ever
there's
feel
nothing.
like this at home?
No.
This is bad.
Does Belial also seem to be like, "Ugh," or does he just like?
He seems a little on edge. Go ahead and roll a
Insight?
Mhm.
I'm gonna touch it.
touch the ground.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Very lightly.
10.
10.
Yeah.
So like he seems like on edge, and it seems more like he's like waiting for like something to happen. Like he's not necessarily watching what you guys are doing so much. He's watching the area around you.
Right.
Would it be sleight of hand to like touch it very gently?
Sure.
So you said a cloud is like has like formed above us.
It's like, like when you're like you have like the beautiful blue sky, and that's like dark, disgusting gray cloud, and it like just like starts for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like that.
So can we see like in front of us?
Yeah.
Or is
It's
it
like in the sky.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. So you very, very gingerly like touch it, but like even as you run your hand over it, like it's like this doesn't feel right. Something just feels very, very off.
So, does it feel solid?
No.
So
I'm
this is what I'm imagining. Like if you took a glass and you stretched a piece of like cellophane really tight against it, like that kind of feeling you'd get. Is it like, or is it more like a thin sheet of ice?
Trying to think if you know this reference. You know how when like somewhere was wet enough and dry enough that like it has that like layer of like crackly, crusty like nothingness,
Yeah.
but it's so far like up off the ground, like when you touch it, it doesn't have like a rebound like the cellophane would, but like it doesn't, like it gives a little bit when you touch it, but like it's like it takes a minute to get to where you feel actual dirt.
Yeah.
It's that first portion of that touch that you feel.
So I'm gonna look back at Belial, and of course you're close by, so you can hear me. What do you think would happen? Do you think if we messed with this too much, it might reopen a portal?
I don't know. I mean,
Or is
It kinda depends on
already
if
a
it was
portal
closed.
and that's why it feels weird.
yeah. I mean, we don't really have the abilities to open portals, so I don't I don't see us being able to do that. It's the demonic presence that does it.
Should we try? Like, do you think we might get answers?
Try what?
Poking a hole in it.
I mean, I was gonna be throwing a rock in
By
there.
all means.
The rock?
The one I saw.
Do an
No.
athletics check.
As a
No.
special rock.
No, okay.
Special rock. Athletics.
Okay. Seven.
Okay, where were you aiming?
I mean, just in front of us. Does it seem to be worse the further, or is it?
Yeah.
I guess.
Come as far as you can.
Yeah.
You can throw it a couple feet and it starts like skittering across and like I get like small puffs of dust. But like it's just very much like a house that's like never been cleaned and it's like 3,000 years old, like layers of dust that are just getting disturbed by the rock. And it kind of defies the laws of physics. It doesn't like it skitters for a little bit and it just stops dead.
Stops dead, doesn't like bounce back or anything.
No, it just like freezes in place.
Could I feasibly have somebody like hold one of my vines? Like pull me back if something happens?
You could feasibly
Hold my vine. I'm gonna give one to Belial too. Hold my vine.
Where is this attached?
Pulling on it. It's like my clothes are unraveling a little bit.
I feel like this is not gonna do much if it's undressing you. I feel like that's not gonna do
Well, it's
much.
still attached. What do I roll?
Or acrobatics. Do daintily walk.
21. I'm such a good rogue.
You're walking out there. You're stepping very lightly, and it feels so weird.
Oh yeah, because I don't wear shoes.
Like it feels like there's nothing below you other than like an inch of ground. Like you're very like as you take each step, you're very lightly stepping, and as you step, like you're like putting your foot down. You go nice and slow, and you feel like your foot kind of touch because you feel like the dirt, but like it doesn't feel like dirt. It feels like nothing because it's so like lifeless. Like you slowly lower the rest of your foot, and like it takes you a second to be like, okay, yep, my foot's all the way on the ground, like it's fully on the ground. And as you keep stepping, it's almost like walking in a dream.
Okay.
Like everything feels surreal and weird.
Okay. So when I bend over to pick this rock up, I'm gonna like lightly dust the surface. Since it feels like there's nothing there and magic might be in play, I'm wondering if maybe there's like, I don't know, some kind of like almost magical force field or something instead of like the ground being sealed, and if we're just not seeing it because there's like this ashen dust on top.
What are you doing?
I'm just like observing how this is like. Well,
Ready
it
to
doesn't look
perception it?
like she's like stepping on like clouds or anything above the ground. She's actually stepping on the ground. It just appears.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, she's just walking really fucking slow and weird.
Uh, invest what? Perception. 17.
So you kind of dust the ground a little bit. So she dusts the ground, and you're far enough away that you watch like the like little cloud of like dust come up around her, and it like sucks off to the right just a little bit.
Like there's a breeze almost, or what?
A breeze or like a vacuum effect where it's like pulling it.
Is it like pulling her in?
She get just enough dust that you notice it getting pulled it's like slowly floats up and then it like moves. Like it like hits the edge like a vacuum that's sucking in, and then the wind catches it.
Does it seem to just like disappear? Or just to the
It
right?
disappears.
Or okay. I think it's to the right, but maybe don't go in it.
I'm pretty far away, right? No? Okay. Go to the right. Got it. I'm gonna like very
Belial, help.
cautiously walk to the right
Belial just holds tight on the thing,
so that I can't
you feel the pulling.
turn around. Do you not want me to?
What did the bunny just say?
Maybe not. They didn't say no.
Well, it just kicked up dirt and sucked it to the right.
We're trying to get information. Shouldn't we know what it is?
Maybe use your
I
eyes
think
before you
this
start going walking around.
Is the portal. I
Well-
suspect, or we are close enough to it to get sucked in.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe there's a crack in it or something, but I'm wondering if what this is I don't know, some great wizard's attempt at sealing it? I don't know.
Oh,
gonna look
I see what you're
Very
saying.
carefully. Is it like foggy or no? I'm just gonna look intently for what may have.
Is there music playing?
No,
Okay.
shouldn't be.
That we're just talking that much that it's
No, there's a music box thing at the top.
Oh, yeah, there is. I just don't have it playing. I just popped it up there.
It just
so that
lives.
on break.
constant.
can play
Investigation.
Or perception.
I choose investigation. 22.
So what are you doing? I'm sorry, I got derailed.
I'm looking to see what might have caused that suckage.
Yeah, what'd you roll?
22.
This.
So you're kind of looking around, and like you're looking to your right a little bit, and just a little bit above eye level, there's almost like a glint. About 2 or 3 feet to your right.
There's a glint over here. I'm gonna try to like inspect it further.
Getting closer to it.
Is anybody gonna object if I get closer to it?
I mean, we've got a hold of you.
There is no reasoning with either of you. I'm just here for the ride.
What? I'm just. What would you
I
suggest
got an
then?
idea. What if we had Simon do it? Yeah, will die. He's already dead.
What if we make one of the other guys do it? We're not attached to them.
I wonder if they'll listen to us.
There is one other guy.
I thought there were 2 other guys.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I was
There's one other
pretty
guy
sure
that'll
there
work
was
on.
Simon and 2 other.
I thought
There's one
so
that will
too.
work.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna reach my. I have my bag of holding. Yes, I'm gonna reach in and see if I can find
The bag of bones.
the bag of bones.
You find a bag of bones.
I'm gonna dump it out.
Yep.
Hello.
You just dump out bones?
Well, I get the necklace too.
Okay.
The pendant.
Nothing works.
Wake up, damn you!
Oh, wait. Isn't there like a. There's not. Wait, is there a command word for Simon?
I don't think so, but he seemed different. The others seemed much more mindless. Do either of you have one of these dudes?
I don't think.
Were they all in one bag?
Or maybe they. I can't remember.
Do we maybe
who
have
had them.
bones mixed up?
Just now
There
I'm
were a
thinking
total of
about it,
3
maybe-
bones. The only way you can see what Simon looks like is in the reflection.
Oh,
Because he just looks like bones outside of that.
Right.
As you lovingly said, the actual dad from Coco. That's what
I
they just.
missed that.
No, you didn't.
That's cruel.
what?
You're like, that's exactly what I pictured too. So don't even with that. That's cruel.
Okay, anyways. Are you gonna run away? I mean, I still can, like, make you disassemble.
Did you put him in between you and the?
Disassemble.
Okay.
I just need a favor from you. I need you to interact with that.
Kind of looks over his shoulder. And takes another step away from you.
I'm not gonna make you do it. I mean, if you want to run away, you can.
Takes another step back. Kind of keeps looking
Oh
at
yeah,
you.
I speak a demonic language, don't I?
Oh, I
wonder if you can
meant to talk
understand
to you
me.
about that. Because I think I picked up with my last level up. I was gonna pick Abyssal, and I couldn't remember.
Remember what?
I wonder if it changed when I changed everything else, because I swear that I spoke Abyssal, because I learned it from, more or less from, well, but Lyle taught me how to read as well, didn't he? Right? I thought he taught me to more or less read, or maybe he read it to me. I thought
Yeah, I
that we
think
had a
we've been
conversation.
You
bugging
could
him, like,
speak
to read.
Sylvan. But you
Yeah, and
couldn't
that's
read
not on
it.
here either. Right, Sylvan I know I can, and then we had discussed me being able to speak at least a little bit of the demonic language because of how long I observed everybody at, like,
Yeah,
home.
picking up like basic
Yeah, exactly.
basic things.
So I'm gonna say, like, something along the lines of, like, can you understand me? But I'm probably gonna say something more like, do you hear me?
He kind of stops when you say that. Cocks his head to the side.
Where I know enough to, like, ask if he's scared.
Something else. He nods. You can't talk.
Oh. Well, can you ask him to help us?
That's what?
Inspect that.
He says something. Kind of looks over. Kind of looks around. Doesn't seem to really see what you're wanting to investigate.
No, quit.
Crybaby bitch.
Heard Aang and was like,
My humping
I
buddy.
hear him.
Did you hear me telling the dogs they were hoes? On stream yet? I was like, use a hoe and use a hoe. You're both hoes.
Were they trying to bone?
Um,
Hoes.
Thirsty little hoes.
Bitches and hoes.
I'm just gonna.
No, you're not coming over
Will you
here.
ask him if he sees it and then kind of describe it to give him an idea of what it looks like?
Well, so that's a couple things. He shakes his head.
Okay. Well, you have two options. I'd imagine you have a better understanding than Simon does. So you can run away with your amulet or you can come back and get in the bag. Your choice.
Kind of looks around and shrugs.
Gets in the bag.
He like starts taking himself
Wait,
apart and
wait,
putting himself
before
in the
you
bag.
do that. Maybe he has like a foot off, I don't know. What's your name?
Pulls the next part of his leg off and sticks it in the bag.
Oh,
Takes
he
off his
can't
thigh.
talk. I'm gonna name you Frederick.
Takes one arm off.
You want some help?
Keeps taking the stuff apart. Frederick does not seem like
No, he doesn't seem.
a infernal dude.
Like flops down, grabs the other foot, sticks it in the
I'm
bag.
gonna help
like,
it. Just kind of like shove him back in the bag.
Do you take the amulet off or you just shove him in the bag?
I'll take the amulet off. Well, I guess when I take the amulet off,
Yeah,
it's
he
crumbled.
crumbles.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw him back in the bag. Well, guess it's my turn. Step towards it. Wait, actually, first, I'm gonna try to throw the rock at it.
Roll to throw.
I'm not much of the throwing type, but I'll do it. Oh, fuck,
It'll
what
be
is
athletics.
it? Athletics? Nine.
9.
Meow.
Pretty close. Well, that didn't work, and I lost your rock.
That one wasn't alright. I have several rocks.
I'm gonna slowly walk towards it.
So you start working towards it, and you start hearing this like high-pitched hum.
It's humming at me,
And it starts feeling very warm.
and it's warm. I'll keep going. If no one
Okay.
responds or says something.
So you step to like where you're face to face with this thing, and you feel the floor give underneath you, and you feel a giant tug on that cord.
I will pull back.
Pull the pull.
Oh no.
Strength.
Strength.
Or athletics. So kind of funny.
I mean, that is strength. 4.
Roll one more for me.
Do you have your dice jail? Do what?
Roll one more time for me.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
A nat 1.
Back it up.
I swear to God.
What'd you roll?
A 5.
The vine pulls right out of your hands.
Okay, so I can tell I'm falling, yes?
Didn't Belial also have one?
Yeah, Belial starts sliding forward.
Okay. I can tell I'm falling, yes?
Am I close
I
enough
have
to
Thorn
Belial
Whip.
to try to grab
You're
it?
standing right next to each other.
I have Thorn Whip. I'm gonna quickly, like, survey.
There's nothing near you.
And but I can see that they're grabbing Belial.
Mhm.
I feel like that would just...
Would you hand me my bat? My bat?
Trying to think.
The giant squishmallow!
Oh,
Ace is looking for an actual like bat to like beat us up with. or something.
Gosh.
okay. Who has Simon? Is it me?
Got like 5 seconds to decide.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna take my
4,
bag of holding, kind of
3,
try to like put my arm in it, see if I
2,
can throw him out and throw him a vine. I don't
1.
know.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna try.
Roll to try.
Okay. What do I need for that?
Athletics to throw him.
Okay. I think,
Because you have to wrestle it out of your bag
I think
and
that's
throw
a
it.
+4. You said just athletics or
Yeah. So,
22.
okay, so you pull him.
I don't know.
You drop Simon's bag.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna try to grab it with my vine whip.
Um,
You
You
guys hear me,
successfully
like,
grab
having fucking
Belial.
crisis.
Oh, no.
And his feet, like, he is trying to plant his feet, and his feet are just skidding across the dirt. He cannot get traction.
Can I see anything down there?
everything is black.
Hold on. I think I forgot to do something.
And you are losing visual on the area around you as well.
Because I feel like, shouldn't I be able to have cantrips or no?
You might have a few from being a rogue, but you should only have Thorn Whip.
Because I
So
thought I
do-
had Fairy Fire, but I guess not.
No, that was a druid spell.
So we just see Belial has the vine and can just see it to like a certain point, and then there's nothing.
She can't see things. Like
I can-
like she's losing like focus. It's like the tunnel vision thing. Like when you start
Right.
passing out and stuff, like everything else starts disappearing up to a point. That's what's happening very quickly for her.
I can
Okay.
feel that there's still, like,
You can
stuff-
still feel Belial's tug on your clothes as he essentially starts
Does it
undressing you.
seem like they're slowing down at all?
Not that you can tell. So you grabbed on. Now what?
Can I like get my feet dug in or anything, or
You can try.
what fucking thing am I on? Ace, don't be messing with stuff. Oh my god.
Struggle bus day.
I always do this to myself.
20.
So you start like digging your feet in, but you're like you can feel the like because you don't wear shoes, right?
Right.
You just have bony feet. Like you can feel it like almost like it feels like it's like cutting your feet as you like dig in, and like you're slowing down a little bit, but it's just like it's like you're on a bunch of shards of glass.
They were not very far from me, correct?
Mm.
I'm gonna, like, oh my god, my vine.
You're gonna cut your vine.
I don't want to pull him down here with me. I'm just gonna yell, I don't want to pull you down here with me.
What kind of vines do you have?
They're like, tree vines.
Okay, you can roll to attack.
Okay. Would it be unarmed?
I mean,
I've got daggers.
if you're it depends on if you're trying to use your dagger or not.
Yeah, I'll use my daggers. That would be 15. Or, no. 17. You want me to roll the damage for it?
Oh, let me see.
I hope I don't die doing this. I really don't want to make another character.
What did you roll?
17. Right? Yeah, 17.
Okay, so it hits.
Okay.
Roll your damage. And then what do you do for protection? Okay, just tell me whatever you roll for your stuff.
Me?
Oh, what?
What are you doing?
What was that? What?
You said something.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Because like last you had, you were like trying to slow yourself, and you were like getting like shards of
Oh,
glass.
I
thrown in your feet.
was looking to see if I had like a whatever the little
17.
grapply thing is.
Grappling hook.
Yeah,
Wait, I had the.
but all I have is I have rope and then like there's a
I
hammer
add all
in my
of those
bag
together.
and
I
shit.
rolled
but-
3.
So you
So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right?
for your damage,
Yeah.
you roll the d4
Uh-huh.
and add 4.
I don't add the 10.
Hmm.
What is the 10?
The 10 is your dexterity plus.
Oh, so do I add
Nice.
that to when I roll for attacks?
Yeah, that's your.
Oh, then I rolled way more than I said I did. Okay, so then I do 7 damage.
It is still holding on.
Yeah, so
Jeez, I don't think you have a grappling hook or anything.
yeah.
I know, is it excitement?
Yeah.
If I can, I'm gonna do it again.
'Kay.
I'd
I mean,
imagine that
I would guess I would just keep trying to like
I don't-
get a footing somehow.
I'd imagine they can feel it almost like a pluck on a guitar, right? Like they can feel the vibration of me trying to cut this.
They couldn't. Belial might be able to because he's the one holding it.
Oh yeah, you're holding Belial.
Okay. Last chance.
Could I pull
Cut it?
my crowbar out of my bag of holding and then just try to like
14.
That misses.
dig into the ground?
How do I miss a vine with 14?
Because you cannot see.
Oh, that's right.
So, are you letting go?
Like-
how are you doing this?
I'm gonna like try to one hand Belial and then like
Where are you trying to hold on to Belial? Because you have to remember, he is much taller than you. So it's not like you can like go over his
I mean,
shoulder.
how much time? No, not over his shoulder. I was thinking like waist, like
So, Belial athletics.
Am I kind of just dangling there? Like,
15.
do I kind of have time, or is this happening very quickly?
It's happening very quickly.
Okay.
15.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to like put your arm down and you start feeling yourself like stretch. Because it's very hard to get like down to the
Yeah.
ground from Belial's waist.
Okay.
So you can go all the way to the ground and try to actually stick it, or you lose the essential grapple you have on Belial.
You
gotta make
if I get footing, it doesn't matter. So I'll keep holding on to Belial then.
Okay, one last chance to do anything.
And just
Me?
keep trying to
Both
like
of you.
dig my poor little feet in.
One more time.
Nat
Last chance
20.
what you do.
Would it be feasible
Back
for
it
me to try to light a torch to kind of see maybe a little bit?
Then it went that one.
Okay. that takes more than like a couple seconds.
Okay.
You got
I
a couple
figured.
seconds.
Well, then I'm
to
gonna
check.
try to cut it again.
Okay, roll. Okay, so you dig your feet in and you catch your feet and you like do that like because you have the big feet.
Yeah.
It does this, so you
25.
pitch forward and holding on to Belial is the only thing that keeps you hitting the ground.
25.
Oh, jeez.
To hit. Roll one more time.
Again?
You're fighting in the dark now.
Fucking 13.
Miss. You would if I would have done serious damage. You have gotten it to break anyway.
Oh, wait. Damage-wise? I didn't roll damage.
You're bummed out. You would have had to do serious damage even if you hit to have gotten it to break. So you get pitched forward into Belial and your movement knocks Belial forward a little bit and your entire worlds go black. And you slam against something hard and lose consciousness. So you start coming to when somebody starts like picking you up. You each have somebody on each side of your arm lifting you up off the ground.
Same time.
If I open, like,
I'm gonna try to
Can
pull
we-
away.
see.
Athletics.
Can we see anything, or is it still just like?
You're
dark?
barely getting like to consciousness, so it's that like very like bleary eyed like when you just woke up from a really deep sleep.
10.
Yeah. Like you start moving away from them and they just clamp down on your arms and like smash your arms under your side.
I'm just like trying to like get my eyes to adjust so that I can try to see what's going on.
Okay. Both your roll constitution checks for me.
Okay, this is a long shot, but I'm gonna say, Simon, is that you? Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
17.
21.
So you like your eyes clear and everything kind of like orients back to where you are. You are in a completely different place. Like nothing feels like it did at even. It's different. It's
I assume no answer from Simon.
like dark power. Like what you felt before was like death. This is like a dark power. It's similar-ish, but not to what you had experienced during the incursion. It's something very similar to something you felt that you had a memory of.
Okay, so like the incubus. Okay. Do any of the things carrying us look like?
Wait, can I see too?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are women on either side of you. They kind of. So they very much have like humanoid reflections or like faces,
Mm-hmm.
but instead of the bat wings you had seen before, these are feathered wings. Roll history checks to
Both
see
of
how
us?
much else you remember. Yeah. Pushing your blinky up a bit.
You can ditch it if you want to.
16.
Oh, fuck me. A what?
History.
4.
So you're like, I know this is familiar, but like you cannot figure out how to place it. You vaguely recognize the weapons from a shop in town,
Okay.
from the last town. And you vaguely remember the name Aranus.
Belial?
No answer. And they just keep pushing you forward.
Do I remember if an Uranus is demonic or demon or devil?
They are devil.
I do remember that then.
You spend enough time
Oh,
studying the books.
These are the ones that go either way, aren't they?
They can. They tend to favor the devils.
Okay. Z? Can you hear me?
Do I hear? Are we like?
You're like side by side.
Okay, I was gonna say. I imagine that.
Do you remember anything about Uranuses?
Do I?
Now that you're getting the name, go ahead and roll again.
Mm, 21.
You do remember that they are fiends in nature. They
Okay.
are very heavily aligned with devils. They can occasionally work with demons, but it is very, very few and far between. And there has to be a hell of a deal to get them to pick the demons over the devils.
So they primarily work with devils. Okay.
Which is worse, or are they both just kind of bad?
Devils are the 9 hells, the 9 kingdoms. Demons are princes.
Yeah, the demon. Right, but like. Yeah, they're the demon princes. Pretty sure.
I always feel like I get them confused, so I want to make sure I'm telling you it.
But I mean, is one considered like more dangerous than the other?
No.
I'm gonna like look up at one of them. Can you understand me?
No response.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's like anything I could grab onto with a vine.
Roll perception.
Fuck you, dice. Get in there.
And you do also remember that they are like the
7.
guards almost. 7?
7.
They're just kind of marching you down this like walkway, so you're not really seeing much of anything that has like a grip you could grab.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try to pull away. If I were to try and, because you said they're grabbing me here.
They're holding your arms. So like guards
So
escorting.
I wouldn't be able to do this then, would I?
To do what?
Like do this because the other one would stop me.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to like drag a heel and plant a foot to pitch myself forward. Does that make sense?
Roll athletics or
Acrobatics?
acrobatics.
So we're each being carried by two, I would assume.
Yep, you each have one on each side.
20.
Um, I don't know. Like, I don't think I would be like.
You're just
I
kind of
would
like,
just be surveying surroundings, like trying to figure out, like, is it like woods type thing? Is it like deserty? Is it
so you are in a building.
okay?
Roll a perception check for me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I am not.
8.
8.
Throw that one away too.
They're all against me tonight. Just-
So the area around you is very like hot. Like imagine being like in like a blacksmith shop, like the just like raw heat from the flames and stuff. It is very, very warm. And the area, like the walls, are some kind of metal looking. And you're trying to pivot. You pivot. Does an 18 hit you?
Of course an 18 hits. I'm level 6.
Doesn't mean shit.
Okay, let me double check. Where the fuck is this? 14.
You start doing that, and one of them reaches back and just backhands you to the back of the head.
Ow. That hurts.
You take 2 points of damage.
2?
Very rude. I mean, if I heard you say ow, I'd probably like jerk around to see what was happening.
Am I dazed a little?
Just a little bit. Roll an athletics.
Nat 20.
So like you're like turning and like you get like the dislodge just enough that like, you can see like they're like refixing their grip to make her start walking again. And they fall back into step with the earnest is carrying
I
them.
have pretty damn good control of my binds, yes.
Arguably.
What I want to do is I want to like wrap my vine around like the back of their legs and like get it up to my hand to like kind of hold it there so they trip and fall backwards. I mean, it's not that complicated of a movement.
Which spell do you get as your race?
Thorn whip, technically.
Thorn whip is on you?
Yeah.
It's not entangle or anything like that.
Oh wait, you're right. It's entangle.
So I'm asking you to look.
I have
which one it is.
entangle and thorn whip. I don't know if it's in here. I think that when
I had it based on your class or your race though, not your class.
Yeah.
So if your race is still right, it should be in there.
it might not be then. I thought I did get it. But I guess it could have been one of my
Druid spells.
yeah, which sucks because like it makes sense for me to have entangle, you know.
That's why I'm asking you what you have.
It's technically a spell, isn't it? Traits. You may cast Druid Craft at will and Entangle twice per long rest.
So entangle
Oh.
is the spell you have.
Okay, yeah, that is.
'Kay.
What is Druid Craft?
That's where you make like flowers and stuff. I thought.
Oh, okay, so I can do those two things because of my race.
Yep.
So I do have Entangle then. Well, then I guess I'm gonna try to Entangle them. But we're close together, right?
Yeah, you're side by side.
Then I'll try to Entangle all four of them. No, it's technically a spell, so I don't have to do anything.
20 feet. 20-foot square. That'd be a 20-foot square.
But I can't stop us from
That's
being
really
entangled.
area.
Or I can't stop them from being entangled, can I?
And so.
Well, I mean, I have pretty good. If I have good control of my vines in general. He's thinking.
So, I'd say that they appear in the ground,
Mhm.
and they would have the same chance of trying to avoid being restrained by them. I would say you could try to roll once it's decided about their willpower or not. You can try to roll to release just the rabbit. That would be a pretty high spell DC.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do.
Yeah. I don't know what my DC
So-
would be.
You need to see what your spell save DC is. Should be at the top of your spells.
I don't have spells. That's the problem. I can't add spells because I'm a rogue. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could put Druid on as like a level 1.
Sorry, I'm just
To, like,
kinda
get some
fucking
basic
oozing
stuff?
over there, aren't I?
Because I think Entangle's level 1.
Rogues could cast some spells.
I thought so too, but it's not letting me add them. Oh, wait. Am I looking at this the wrong way?
I'm not seeing spells. It's plus spellcasting modifier plus specific your bonus. So what is your proficiency bonus?
For what?
Your proficiency bonus.
Is that, I don't know what.
At the top of your main page.
The initiative one?
Mm.
Oh, 3.
Okay, so it's 11 plus. I'd say still wisdom. So what's your wisdom modifier?
3.
So 14 is your spell save. So roll a strength save.
$19.
Okay, so you feel the vines start to appear under your feet, and you like pull your bony haired feet up and like let them carry the brunt of your weight, so that they are supporting you.
You said 14 spell save, right?
Yep.
Okay, I made note of that.
I need your stat block. So, you get one of each earnest trapped.
1.
The other two are able to pull their feet free.
Is it one of...
One of each of you has an ear nest that's not entangled.
Well, if I have... When she gets entangled, does she let go?
She's holding on to you.
Well, I'm gonna try to pivot again.
Is the one that's not entangled like still moving forward? Have they noticed that
They stopped moving when they felt the kind of uneven steps with the
Actually,
others.
you know what I'm gonna do?
No, I don't.
Now that the other one's kind of incapacitated a little bit, I'm gonna try to use my vine to trick the other one.
I was just gonna try to pull the one that's not entangled like into the other one. Kind of do a.
So that'll be an athletics.
Ah, fuck me.
Athletics doesn't make sense.
Do a wisdom.
Wisdom?
7.
Like straight wisdom, or
Yeah, straight wisdom.
I suppose it could be nature as well.
I'd say you could use nature if you want. You go to like pull her, and she like steps back and pulls back. She lands a hit on you. She hits you for she like back and hits you for 3. You said 20.
Mm-hmm.
She barely pulls her foot free. Like it starts to clamp on, and she rips her foot free.
So fucking irritating.
And she says something in Infernal.
Yeah, bitch, I can't understand you.
And you start hearing footsteps.
Well, I'm gonna look around.
It's like extra loud. Like it sounds like metal on metal kind of loud. And a couple more ear nests around the corner. And there is a
I could have used sleight of hand to get out of their fucking grass, couldn't I have?
how'd you use sleight of
I don't
hand?
know, but fucking being sneaky and roguey. I mean, you can use sleight of hand to get out of cuffs.
So they come in with there is an incubus there's another 2 ear nests each with an incubus each. So there's another 3 people each of you. One of the incubus looks at you. Now, this is no way to behave when you're guests.
Hey, shut up for a second. I'm really sorry that I fell in the hole. I straight up say to him, shut up for a second. Okay, I'm done being rude.
Are you going to learn to behave like unexpected guests? Or are you going to continue to act like this?
I feel like the way I'm acting is the way an unexpected guest would behave.
I mean,
No.
her behavior is always unexpected.
You knew you were going to be guests. We were not expecting you.
We
I didn't know I was gonna be a guest.
We fell through your hole. Actually, she fell through your hole, and we just kind of
Hey,
fell after her.
I tried to cut my vine. It just did not work. Did anything
Let's see
happen
you.
to Simon?
Oh yeah. You want to have some experiments with holes?
I mean,
I've never done it with a rabbit, but that could be fun.
Never done it with a rabbit.
Not that you are aware of what have happened with him. I like that one. That one's going to be my plaything if they don't behave.
can't tell if it's a threat or a promise.
Maybe it's both.
I'm just gonna be quiet. Also, I've used my vines a lot. Am I naked?
Are you looking down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, say one more thing. No, I don't say it. Now that I'm naked to this one.
And you definitely notice like it's like the shred of clothes like just clinging to her side, but she is bare for the world to see.
Can't you regrow?
That's fast.
I mean,
So
I
for
would
my
imagine
entangle, what I
would.
use probably part of myself, since it's like a special kind of thing for my class or for my race.
Yes.
Or do you think, or at least if there isn't any like foliage available, I would have to use it for myself.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I still have like my bag on me?
Mm-hmm.
So I do have like a jacket that I just would not be wearing most of the time.
Oh no, Simon.
Could I like take it off and like flip it over her shoulders so she has something to?
You're still being held pretty well by
Oh.
the Euroness, so you'd have to try to grapple away from you.
You know I can walk now.
I'll drop entangle, I guess. I know we're like unexpected guests or anything, but can I please have some clothes?
And the other incubus looks you up and down.
I shed mine.
I thought this was on purpose.
Oh,
Oh, well, now I'm just disappointed.
please, want clothes really bad.
Please, sir, may I have some clothes?
I know you're mad at me, but I just.
And one of the Euronnesses behind him says something. And he turns and stomps away. One of the Euronnesses walks over and she takes your cloak and puts it on.
I look up at her. There's an eye.
She shakes her head and follows it.
I'm gonna look up at the one that I entangled. I'm sorry. I'm just scared.
I mean, nobody likes to be naked
What if,
when they're
what
scared.
if devils are just misunderstood and they're really nice? I'm having this conversation.
They're just walking down the hall, so you may continue to have your conversation.
Well, I'm not
I
gonna fight them
mean-
anymore. I feel like I have to accept.
Right.
I can't get every time I've tried. I got fucking slapped. Like, oh, it's your face itchy.
Does it seem like we're in like a palace or something? Or is it more like
Roll insight.
Can they tell I'm a nymph? Is that like something discernible by people?
You having the troubles with the rolling tonight?
10?
Yeah, run out of dice.
I am about to run out of dice.
I mean, it seems like well built, but I mean, it could just be a really nice building. It's kind of hard to really know because you're just seeing like these metal walls.
Okay.
And they proceed forward until they get to these very detailed metal doors. And the incubus walks over and he does a really weird specific knock.
I'm gonna watch very
And
closely.
then he says something in infernal.
I
under his breath.
listen very closely.
Roll a perception
Under
check.
his breath.
Mhm.
Fucking tired of the cock, and then. Ugh!
She's tired of the cock?
Sucks to be you.
Lips.
You get very distracted. Like his hands. He has
Really nice hands. You've got really nice hands.
He turns and winks at you. If he gets to play with the bunny, that means I get to play with you. The doors swing
I
open.
don't like that.
I'm like, Belial has nothing to say about that.
You haven't seen Belial since you got here.
Oh,
Where's
I thought he was
Belial?
with us.
I say to the guy, "Where's Belial?"
Huh?
Duly noted.
They lead you into this
Maybe he
section
had
of the
wings and
chamber.
he flew away. Yo, he can take his head off. Maybe he's hiding something. I stuck my hand inside of him. There's like nothing in there. Maybe he's got, I don't know, wings hidden somewhere.
Sounds like you gave him like a butt exam.
Just anal fisting.
I am uncomfy.
Oh, sweet girl. So what are you gonna do with us?
She kind of glances at you. He just turns his head back. You hear this almost like echo of growling. And like it's weird because it's like almost like a round of echoing growls. And you clear like fully into this room. The doors close behind you, and the Euronnesses let you go and bow before stepping off to the sides.
Bow to us?
No.
Oh, bow to them.
And then it's just the two incubus in front of you. And they walk forward a little bit further. And they step off to the sides. And you see this red-skinned, giant horned devil in front of you.
Okay, I saw all those pictures. Is this one of the...
Lords?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which one?
Dissipator.
Ah, the one that we have a coin for.
Which one?
Dissipator.
Dissipator.
He typically goes by... his land is called Diz. So he is the archdevil lord of Diz. His robes are blood red. So it accents his skin. His skin is a lighter tint of red. It's more like a rosy color versus like the blood red of his...
Like
Oh my
fresh
god.
blood? Almost?
Yes.
Okay.
Outside of the horns, a spiked tail, and goat hooves, he looks very, very human at. And he's sitting on a throne that is the same, like, hues of red, with a kind of like Cerberus-looking dog on either side of him. And there is a crumpled pile of cloth a couple feet down in front of him, and like it's between you guys, but off to the side.
Pile of clothes in front of it?
Mm-hmm.
You said cloth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like examine the cloak and make sure the clothes and make sure that it's not Belial.
How are you going to examine it? Are you gonna like go over to it, or are you just looking at it?
I'm like looking at it. Is it far away from me?
Like 10 feet.
Okay, then I'm looking.
Roll a perception check.
15?
You do recognize the cloak.
As Belial's?
And as you look closer, you do notice there is blood under the edge of it.
Well, I'm gonna just run over and like see if Belial's there.
Run over. He's like, you are the rudest guest I have ever had invade my home. And that includes the ones that try to kill me. Back to your place.
It was an accident.
I mean, I'm ignoring it. Is Belial here?
And an Ereness snatches you and jerks you back. You gonna try to defy the grapple, or you gonna let it go?
Well, no. I'll just try to grab the cloak.
Drags you back to where you were before.
Grab the cloak before. Strength?
Mm-hmm.
I hate everything. Wait, strength or athletics? It doesn't matter. They're the same. 10.
You like catch the cloak, but like it's
Can I tell
Like
if there's something heavy there?
and it's the resistance.
Is he alive?
You come into my home unexpected. You give no proper greeting for the Lord's home you just invaded. And then you're going to be as rude as to make demands for information.
Okay, wait. Can I ask a couple questions?
No.
Please?
Silent. Shake his head.
Shake my
And he
head.
turns and he talks to one of the incubus that had walked in with you. And they're talking. And like you're catching snippets.
Mhm.
And it's mostly like it's really jumbled because like the words you do know, it just doesn't quite make sense what they're saying. After a minute, the incubus kind of straightens back up. The spirit looks at you again. Now, are you going to learn how to be appropriate and greet me in the way that's required, or are you going to spend the next 3 days in my dungeon?
Can I ask a question? What's the proper way to greet you? I'm not a devil.
Did you get any examples of how to greet me when you came in this hell?
Oh. Very. I mean, I do it.
Do you do it sassily, or are you legit?
Yeah, but I mean, he wouldn't really know the difference if that's just how I bow. I don't think he would.
Do you understand your level of sass when you talk to people?
Fine, I'll give a genuine bow. Is that better?
It's better. Is paranoid.
Oh.
He is very, very cruel. He, in the book that you would have read, because you took the time to read them, yes. In the book that you got, like the really in-depth one about each of the lords, it tells stories of his cruelty being noted by when he wants to send a message. His paranoia ensures that he found a way to bind his messages. He would brand his messages on the back of an imp. He would then tie a leather vest to the imp, lace the vest through strings through the imp's heart. And if the vest is removed by anyone other than the intended recipient, the removing of the cord would instantly rip out the imp's heart and cause it to disintegrate before the message could be read. And this is a very, very common practice for him. That is his preferred way of communicating.
Very extra.
Yep. You also know that his land is essentially a series of workshops. His entire role in the Nine Hells is to rule the burning city of iron in the Great Iron Tower, where he handles the weapons for the war.
Okay.
He's also known to have great libraries. And he's still watching you after.
I'd imagine this one does not know all of that.
It's up to you whether or not you shared it.
I think after that I did say that I shared everything with you. Because I believe it's Belial who helped me.
So Dissipator's just staring at you.
Hi. MC.
Wow. Oh, okay.
You have 30 seconds to explain why you are in my place. And your answers better be honest and convincing, otherwise we have ways of getting information from you. And he looks down at the pile of cloth.
We've been investigating incursions, and so we came to Evid to investigate. And
We fell in a hole.
I fell in a hole.
And then we were here.
I tried to cut the vine.
Since you're working together, you can either each roll your persuasion check or give one of you advantage.
I mean, I don't feel... nothing I said did I need to... Did I really need to...
Yeah, we're not
What
lying.
I stated was factual, that we fell
Did
through
I
a
say
hole.
deception?
No, you said persuasion.
So it's
we
up to you if
both
you want to
need
do advantage or
Yeah,
if you
do
want to do each individual.
Yeah.
Advantage.
Well, I rolled 14 both times, so wait. $15.
And the incubus that had been talking to him before leans
Did
forward.
they take our bags of holding?
They're still attached to you.
Okay.
The incubus leans over and whispers something to him. Oh, I'd say I believe you. Why should I not kill you for just invading my home in this way?
We didn't mean to.
What
Had I known it was someone's home...
What do you gain from killing us?
Pleasure.
If you're dead, you can't run your mouth to explain shortcuts into my home.
Well, we could help you get rid of the shortcut into your home. Because I would imagine you don't want more people to just fall in.
Most people are smart enough to avoid Evid.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest.
Well, people are starting to forget, so they might try to rebuild or something. Then you'd have people just falling in willy-nilly.
He looks at somebody in the back of the room in a cloak that's covering like their face and everything. Find a new location. Do it fast.
We were right. I don't say that, but I'm saying that outside the game. Ooh, I still have the other skeletons because I only dropped Simon. Okay. I have some things that I think belong to you. May I get into my bag?
And he says something along the lines like, watch her too. The ear nest is closest to you.
I'm gonna reach in and get the 2 bags.
Mhm.
I'll dump out the 2 skelly boys,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll pull out the coin and like spin it between my fingers.
Sleight of hand.
To spin it between my fingers? Okay.
Try to do finesse things.
28.
Okay, you successfully spin the coin between
She's being fancy.
Super fancy, apparently.
What is this?
What are these? Or the coin?
This presentation.
Well, these are things that I think belong to you, are they not?
Bones.
Oh, I take out the amulets and give them their amulets.
And one of them doesn't activate, but the other one puts himself back together and stands up.
I'm not sure why this one isn't activating. Maybe I'm missing a bone. Did we
Hey,
kill
when
that
that
guy? I don't
happens.
think we killed him, did we?
The guy who was running the bone dudes, yes.
And you hear some commotion behind you. And a... Pull the picture so I can give you a good description of him. A very large, almost dragon-looking thing. Like, it kind of looks like you guys have seen dragonborns before. They're very, very rare, but he has a very long, thick tail. And you recognize his depiction from the Book of Devils that you had as a pit fiend. And you know these are some of the higher levels of kind of creatures. Definitely are very powerful.
It was a devil that we fought in our vision, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
I never asked.
You actually found out the answer to that.
Did I? I must have it in notes somewhere.
It's Modius,
Okay.
which is like this guy's boss. What? Well, I don't know why you're excited. I don't understand. Just over here living my
So
best life,
has
playing
he
D&D.
think he knows.
ever, like, in anything, does anybody know if he has a weak spot? I mean, I guess it's very possible
There's
not.
something it talks about. The only thing that may mention as a weak spot would be his paranoia.
His paranoia, okay.
Mm.
But that's also a strength in a sense because he's very distrusting of people. He watches people, and it's harder to pull something over, like the wool over his eyes. And the pit fiend is very, like, loudly and just monstrously, like, roaring and infernal at him. He stomps over and he takes the necklace off of the other pile of bones and he shakes his head and tosses it to the dissipator and he catches it and looks at it. Well, the enchantment on this was broken. Amulet was broken at some point. He tosses it onto the pile of bones. So that pile of bones is completely useless. And the other skeleton is just frozen. It has not moved since it came into being. It is 100% frozen.
I feel like an asshole now. I'm thinking this to myself.
And you notice the pile of cloth starts to move. Belial sits up. About time you joined me.
Sorry.
Now, there is a decent amount of blood underneath where you've been sitting.
If you're empty, how's there so much blood? Not the time. I'm sorry.
And the pit fiend is talking to the dissipator again. And he's watching him talk, but he's keeping his eyes open. What happened to the wielder of these skeletons?
I killed him.
Oh, and the pit fiend goes towards you and he holds up his hand. Why?
Why did we kill him?
What are you doing?
I mean, I don't know exactly.
Did he
like,
attack us? Oh, he wouldn't give us information. We were trying to get information. I told you, we've been researching incursions. My home was overtaken by one.
Do you tend to go around just killing people? Or is it because you didn't see the value in my man?
No, that's not it at all. I didn't know who you were at the time. Actually, I've done a lot of research on you since then.
No.
Well, I'd love to share, but I wouldn't want to offend you.
sure
I mean, would you
lots of
like
it
to
is
hear?
untrue.
I'm sorry, sir, that's not an answer, so I'm not quite sure.
Do you just talk to hear your own voice?
No. I'm not used to people, so I don't really know when to stop. I'm honest, though. Maybe to a fault.
I was gonna say, to a fault.
I almost got killed by an elf.
And Belial goes, Yuli,
Hmm.
shut up.
Okay.
Okay. He gets up. And he walks over and stops in front of you. He towers over you. He's bigger than Belial. And you just got the best of him.
I'm very clearly holding back something I want to say.
Where's the rest of his belongings?
What do you mean?
The rest of his belongings.
Well, you would have to tell me what other things.
His notebooks.
Do I have those?
One of them was the disappearing ink book.
Oh, that's right.
And then there's a ledger as well.
I remember the ledger one, but
I didn't find any books.
Roll deception.
Swear to fucking God.
come on, guys. Oh no.
Should we show her what happens when she lies to me? That's down a while.
I wouldn't risk hurting him.
It's this evil, wicked smile.
Then again, you're not very trusting, so doesn't
I
really
wouldn't
matter.
be hurting him, you fool.
Oh, you'd be hurting
You're
me?
the one who runs your mouth.
You can hurt me all you want.
I tire of them. Take them all to the dungeons.
Alright.
Only? Oh, shit. Escort you to the dungeons, and when they get there, they take away everything outside of the cloak that you have and the clothes that you have on you. They take away your bags, they take away everything. Devilers.
Even if I didn't lie. He's just a big baby. I don't trust anyone. He can't hear me, right? Of course he can't. Sorry I got you hurt. I tried to cut the vine. I did.
Yeah, that would have been great. You would have been here by yourself.
Yeah, well, at least
You
I
would
had-
have died within 2 minutes by yourself.
Well, I would have been the only one dead that way.
And he pushes himself kind of against the wall.
Sorry, I changed classes. I'd be able to heal you otherwise.
Well, I will do cure wounds.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got some magic. Once we're in this cell, I'm looking around for a way to break out. How much, like, patrol is there?
Oh, there's ear nests on either side of the door, and there's like 4 or 5 more just down the hallway you walk
For
past.
a whole 7.
He stops bleeding as much. Like he's not adding more to his pool of blood that's already
Okay,
gathering
cool.
around him.
I helped. So what the fuck are we gonna do now?
Well, I don't have anything. These two ladies are standing guard. I don't think I can seduce them. Nymph or not. I'm not very good at nymphing. Or peopling. Or existing. Maybe for this whole trip I should just, not talk.
As you're talking, you hear the scraping of claws on metal. And
Is it our
Pip walks around
pit-king
the
friend?
corner. He holds his claws out, and the earnesses put the bags in his hand.
They'd have to know exactly what they're looking for, right?
And he starts like digging around in the bags. Like he like goes through each bag and drops it when he realizes it's empty. And then he like looks at him. And like picks up one of the bag of holdings and sticks his hand in, pulls out the ledger book. And does it again. Pulls out the other book. And throws the bag back on the floor. He starts flipping through the ledger book.
Oh, it's in the different language, isn't it? I don't think it really matters that I had it. I can't understand it anyway. Which is not a lie. I can't understand it. Belial read it to me. I forgot that we had those. Otherwise, I would have given them to him. That sucks. Why did I lie?
I just told you had them.
My character wouldn't remember, is what I'm saying. Actually, to that point, she would not have thought they had them. I need to remember to, point out those things.
Especially because if I just told you had them.
Yeah, I have a hard time, with metagaming because, I know I have it, but that doesn't mean she does because she's very forgetful. So even though she has them, she would not remember that she did. They might have remembered that she had them, but she would not have remembered. She remembers the information.
Well, I don't know if I knew that you...
I don't think so.
Yeah, you made a big deal about showing them the notebook because you wrote it in and it disappeared.
Oh, that's right.
I would say I'll give you a chance to roll a persuasion check.
For what?
Just roll a persuasion check.
Oh. My persuasion isn't very good, and that was cocked. 12. 12.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough to convince him anyway.
Yeah, and he's paranoid, so.
Epiphany just looks you in the eyes and just shakes his head. And turns and walks out.
Bye. I'll miss you.
Stops. Turns his head and looks like, what the fuck? Keeps
She also
walking.
doesn't have any judgment when it comes to like people being attractive or anything because she's literally a fucking tree. But you're kind of cute.
Turns and just walks away.
I really wish they can all understand us, but I can't understand any of them.
And one of the earnesses.
What? Come lean on the bar. You don't think he's cute? He's kind of got a smushed face, but
She leans forward and you hear a voice in your head go, "Do you even know what cute is?"
maybe not. I find Belial attractive.
Is that his name?
That's not his actual name, is it?
He told you could call him Belial.
It's true. Oh wait, no, I have a nickname for him.
Bone Man.
Bone
Bonehead.
Daddy,
Yeah, no, I'll say
Bonehead.
Bone Daddy. That's what I say. Yes. You're quite attractive as well.
Oh, I know I am.
Makes sense. What?
Your creatures make no sense.
She turns around and stands back up and just goes back to her post.
What doesn't make sense?
I mean, we're three completely different creatures.
I'm an idiot.
You didn't hear what she said because she was
Oh.
talking in her head.
I'm an idiot.
She's like,
I'm an idiot.
yeah.
Cool.
Like, you saw, like, the ear nest come over and, like, lean in her face, and, like, you could hear Yuli's responses, but that's it. And she's just like, I'm an idiot.
I'm just like, Belial, what's happening?
Airnesses are telepathic.
You gonna make it?
I'm gonna shake the bar. Like, I know I can't get up, but I'm gonna shake the bars.
Roll a strength check.
Breaks it. I don't want to re-roll it, but it was cocked. What was it? Strength?
Athletics.
That'll make a difference. 13. Would have been a 19.
You're like the like steel bars where like you're doing all this like herking jerking and like the metal doesn't move at all. It doesn't even creak.
Makes sense. After all, we are in the...
Metal.
Diz.
Huh?
Please.
Diz.
No. I'm looking for something specific. We are in the Great Iron Tower.
Like one of the earnesses sits on like a stool next to it, and she's like checking her nails. She's bored, and she goes down, and she's like starts picking up your stuff and starts trying to like go through it. Or, like she tries to go through the bag of holding, can't get anything else, so she just like drops her bag of holding, and then starts going through your other bag.
I really don't have anything.
You do have a bag of saplings.
Please leave those alone.
And she stops and she picks the bag.
I thought I put those in... No, I probably didn't put them in the bag all the way.
Belial says something. And she turns and looks at him.
Oh, and I'm already crying.
Oh. Yeah, one of the other earnesses walks over and takes the bag and sets it at the edge of the thing so you can see it, you just can't reach it. And she just goes back to where she was leaning against the wall before.
Thank you.
And goes back to her stuff.
Are you looking for something specific?
Oh, see, and just goes back to going through your shit.
There's children's clothes in there. Sometimes I pretend to be a child.
Yes.
Well, like, she picks up the stuff that was on Belial, and she's going through that stuff, and, like, she pulls out some, like, coins and, like, some bigger, like, token coins, and she just keeps putting them back in the pouches as she pulls them out. She leans back. And you start hearing the clomp of, like, cloven feet of metal. And the earnesses all strand up very straight. Dissipator walks around the corner.
We're just lying on the floor.
Oh, I'm standing up at the gate.
So open the gate. I have more questions for him. Xirien moves and she unlocks the gate. And two-step in and grab him on either arm and pull him back to his feet and step out with him. And they pull the gate shut again.
Please don't hurt him.
Would you like to take his place?
Yes.
Huh. That means you don't have any information. He's the one that has it. He turns and walks away.
I have information.
Just walks away.
Wait, we know that the weapons we have can hurt them, huh?
Thanks, Sam.
I have information about very important weapons, actually.
Your weapons do not interest me.
Yeah, I guess they were just wielded by, and I say the names of the people.
That's more of a problem for my enemies than it is for me. Walks away.
Maybe. It's a pity there's that party heading towards Evid.
And like you hear the clock sounds of him walking. Hesitate for a second and then pick back up.
We could have stopped them, you know.
The party going towards Evid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, we can't now.
three people working alone. That'd just be asinine. Coming to inspect an incursion site.
Roll a deception check.
Please, dear God, it's a +10 to deception. 25.
Lyrinus is leaning against the wall. She's looking at you. Roll a deception check too, please.
I wish I could give you disadvantage.
Or
advantage.
I was like, fucking, wow. Deception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Oh, they got a +9.
14.
Okay.
It still wasn't very good.
I fear you don't understand what you do with someone so distrusting. All you did was give him another question to ask him that he cannot answer.
It's fair. I guess I didn't think about that. There's really no getting out of here, is there?
Why try to protect him?
Belial? I blush.
Has the hots for it.
Care about him as a friend?
Do you care about the rabbit as a friend?
Of course.
Do you blush about the rabbit?
No.
Hmm.
I also didn't stick my hand inside of the rabbit.
Thank fuck.
Friend, huh?
Yeah.
So what does that make you, Stu?
You make a pretty big stew.
Thanks.
Lucky foot, too. That'd be a big lucky foot. I mean, do you see the size
I
of you?
feel like saying that they would make a big stew is just hurtful. They're not that fat.
I mean, they're big.
Actually, they're relatively skinny for a rabbit. Do you have any meat on your bones?
Say it's a big stew, not a good stew. Large amount, not tasty. Look, if they don't think you taste good, they won't eat you. I don't know. They like rabbits anyways.
I don't know why we're always talking about eating me.
Well, because you'd look like you'd be fun to eat up.
I'm like,
Rabbits blush.
Yeah, I think you asked that at the very first session, too.
And I think that the answer was yes, but you can't see it. That's what it
Your
hurts.
face feels warmer, but
I really do need to learn to shut up. Now he's just gonna hurt him worse.
I mean, I understood where you were headed with it.
Do you think that the Dissipator has a miserable life?
Mm,
why would you think his life is
I
miserable?
feel like it's kind of cushy.
Well, how high up is he?
Relatively.
in the hierarchy.
pretty-
He's one of the lower kings, right?
He's one of the lower lords, yes.
I mean, and when it comes to the lords, he's almost a peon. He's one of the lower ones. He's very paranoid.
But he's very valuable.
Oh, I'm sure he's valuable. I'm saying a miserable existence in his head. Probably constantly torturing himself. Worried about who's gonna come and kill him.
Or he just has a lot of fun torturing people to try to find out wants to kill him.
Oh, he definitely enjoys using his new creations.
He's a monster.
I'd be careful about who you call a monster.
Why? Referring to my Belial, I'd assume.
You're Belial now, huh? Thought he was a friend.
I always seem to get him hurt, don't I? You're not so bad. You know, I think it sucks. All you guys get, I'd almost imagine, wrapped up in everything. Not everyone's bad. You know, everybody treats you guys like you're awful just because you're devils. I mean, a devil's just a label. Be a good person, good creature. I mean, heck, there were many arbors who were evil. We probably would have even had some devils, huh?
Probably.
In fact, I knew a couple.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And how did knowing them affect you?
Well, it showed me that just because you have a certain kind of blood in you, it doesn't change who you are. Doesn't mean you're predisposed to being good or bad.
Or taste well as a soup.
I mean, think, for me, I am half
I didn't
nymph.
necessarily say you'd be a good soup, now did I?
I am half nymph, but I will tell you, I am not good at seduction.
Why am I not surprised?
Or I guess I should say, I'm good at seduction, but I don't know what to do after that.
I'll talk, no action. Disappointing.
I'm gonna tell them about my epic adventure with that one guy who I tricked into thinking we had sex.
You are definitely interesting. But as to the reasons why you think we're all evil, at the end of the day, all devils want to do is take away your soul and gain power from you. At the end of the day, you are a token. An object to be used and bartered to benefit them.
Does everybody really truly feel that way?
Here?
Yeah. Do you feel
If you
that?
have any power, yes, of course.
So do you feel that way?
What if we don't have any power?
If you don't have any power, you try your hardest to stay on those that have power's good side.
Well, I think we fucked that up already.
Oh, we didn't. I did. You gotta think, this was 100% me, and I feel very guilty. Had I just left it alone?
You better be careful.
Why?
I feel like you are a very easy creature to manipulate.
Well, I'll come out right and say yes, yes I am.
I mean, well, we've been trying to get her to do things
I'm stubborn.
and
that's for sure.
failing.
Hmm.
But I don't suppose we've been manipulating her into doing them.
What if I had a way to get both of you out?
I wouldn't want to go without Belial.
Why?
I care about him. It's my
And?
fault he's here.
But is it your fault he's here?
I mean, yeah. Had I not had him hold on to my vine, he wouldn't have been pulled in with me.
That's assuming his path wouldn't have led back here another way.
So what is he?
Well, don't you already know?
No, he won't tell me.
And yet you trust him enough to stay here with no feasible way of getting out. To risk your own hide, so to speak. And you don't even know what he is.
I don't think it matters. I feel like I explained that earlier. He's given me no reason to distrust him.
But has he given you reasons to trust him?
He snuggled me a couple times.
Well, if all it takes to get trust is the snuggle. Does it work that easy for you as well?
She's got a hard on for you.
Depends.
Just a couple snuggles is all it takes?
Depends on how good the snuggles are.
Well, I've never had a complaint.
At not.
Was this the one that gave me clothes?
It's hard to tell.
Were you the one who gave me clothes?
Say that's racist.
You all look kind of similar, sorry.
I suppose that's true when you don't see us without our armor on. I felt like trying to incur the attention of both Incubus at the same time would cause more problems for me than it was worth.
Mm.
You think normal men are terrible with only thinking with one appendage? Dangle some delectable meat in front of two hungry Incubus and watch them tear each other apart.
They wouldn't be satisfied. I'm a plant. No meat here. There's meat here.
She looks you up and down. So he's really worth your own safety, freedom.
To me, yeah.
But for you.
I mean,
You can leave if you
he's
want.
saved our lives several times. We have no reason to not. And I'm afraid she'll get herself killed if I leave her.
Now that one makes perfect sense. You are a reckless danger to yourself, aren't you?
I tell them the story about the elf and me being turned into a mouse and all that.
I'm sorry. You knew his detest. Detests anything other than elves. And yet you still thought it was a good idea to not only reveal yourself, but sass him. Why do I feel like you need a dom in your life?
What's that?
Someone who whips you into submission and proper behavior.
I don't want to be whipped. That sounds painful.
We could find out.
No, thank
Don't you have a whip?
One whip.
Mm.
Which means, technically, I always have a weapon with me.
Oh.
She looks at one of the other Inesses and says something to her. She pushes off the wall and walks out. I hope it's worth your choice. The Ernest comes back with plates of food. And she walks out. And she stops right at the edge of the door and looks at the girl that had been going through your stuff and says something before walking away.
The one we were talking to?
The one you were talking to says something to her before she walks away. And she opens the gate and gives both of you a plate of food. It's good food. Fresh berries and melon and stuff like that, as well as
Where
some
do you
meat.
think they get this stuff? Are there gardens down here? There's no sunlight, is there? Or is it like a
I
different
feel
thing?
like it's awful hot for growing.
Like, are they in the ground? I mean, it looked like they were in the ground, or is it a portal?
Yeah.
Me neither. Hence the reason
I
I'm
don't
asking.
understand how any of this works.
Me neither.
We've been too much investigating demons and not enough investigating
Where they
portal
live?
magic. Or, yeah.
I'd love to
Their
get my
home
hands
turf.
on his library.
And one of them stiffens when you say that.
What?
No, I'll go dead silent.
Did I say something bad?
They all kind of exchange glances.
Yes? No? Someone tell me?
I don't think it was like a euphemism, if that's what you're thinking.
Okay.
Awkward.
After a little while, the two incubus bring back Belial.
More bloodied up than before.
Yeah. Well, they seem to be like goading him when they bring him in,
What do you mean?
trying to antagonize him. You just drop him in the cell and shut the door and walk away. I hate this place.
Been here before?
You could say that.
Sorry I gave him more fuel. I was trying to help.
You wasn't that worried about it. You think you're a liar anyway.
Just start telling him the truth.
The problem is, your tongue works a little too fast for you sometimes. He starts kind of nodding off against the wall.
Is it just bare metal floor? Is it concrete? Is it?
It's metal, like everything here is kind of surrounded in metal, at least metal plated. There is a bed in the corner that's got like a lumpy, like kind of like straw stuffed cloth.
Okay.
What is
bed.
this cloak? Does that have anything? They didn't take the cloak, did they? The cloak has special properties, doesn't it? What properties does your cloak have?
Is
The
disguise
disguise.
self or alter self? So dangerous.
I have the little hat, don't I? I have a tiny hat. Did they take my tiny hat? Wait, can they see my tiny
You
hat?
don't have a hat.
What do I have? A ring. Did they take my ring?
No.
Kind of hard.
You're not supposed to whisper.
Why?
Because on stream can't hear us.
We're idiots.
Whisper.
Doesn't mean like
We're
speaking it.
idiots.
Don't talk about yourself.
Our
No.
characters are idiots.
It's true.
Psh.
Stabby, stabby thing.
Stabby, stabby, you. Shoo fly. Go to bed.
No.
It's D&D time. Shoo fly.
Belial, do you want us to leave you here?
I'm kind of wasted when he says his name on it.
Do you want us to leave you here?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look at his body and see, like, where he's bleeding from.
His wounds are sealed.
So he's just tired. Did they feed you?
I'm not hungry.
The pain.
Don't try to do that tough guy shit. Stupid.
Don't make me pull your ear, rabbit.
I could kick your ass right now.
Wanna try?
I don't want to beat you up any more than you're already beat up.
Oh. Oh.
I'm just staying quiet.
You should get some sleep.
I'll meditate.
Same difference. Boss starts dozing off again. What do you do with your time?
Hmm?
What will you do with your time?
Meditating?
Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you
I
going
don't know
to
what
do?
I'm gonna meditate about, but
Oh, what time is it?
Time for you to go to sleep.
I don't know, I'd probably just go straight to sleep. Or try to, at least.
So it takes you a little bit, but you do eventually fall asleep.
You know what I am gonna do is I'm gonna try to swipe my seeds with a vine,
Okay.
and then just kind of like conceal it. I'd imagine my clothes are grown back by now, so just conceal it within my clothes.
Roll to sleight of hand. Roll with disadvantage though, because you're using a vine to do it.
Please stop. Stop cocking and running into the side. Jesus Christ.
She's always so upset about cocks.
I know.
Go to bed and you won't hear things you're not supposed
It's a
to.
mature strain.
It's something I haven't heard.
Well then, no comment from the peanut gallery, loser pants.
Fair.
19.
You move it in there. One of the earnesses does see you. She just roll her eyes.
Throw seeds in somebody's eyeball.
They're just people.
She kind of just gives you a look like she thinks you're insane. So, you guys go to sleep for the night. When you wake up, Belial is sitting up awake. He looks tired, but looks okay.
Still taking my vow of silence.
Have there been, like, guard changes overnight and stuff?
And the Araness from before comes back in. Made it through the night, I see.
Guess so.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I know. Let's dive into it.
She's like, come on. He wants you back in the throne room.
I get up and I follow.
I too follow along.
A changed shape basically makes us into whatever we want, huh?
As long
The
as it's a
altar
humanoid.
stuff, yeah.
And it has to be relatively minor changes, like a couple feet. There's limitations on it, but it is a lot more options than the hat that you had.
Look at my
Um,
crimes.
They give you back your stuff. Into the throne room. She bows and moves to the side with the other Anestas that escorted you.
I bow.
Yep.
My guests are learning proper manners.
Oh, never mind. I guess that's fine.
Next time you go
The
to
sound
the shop,
was
make
not-
them get a top hat.
No.
Both of them.
The bunny would be cute in a top hat, though.
21. We accidentally fell in. That is what happened.
When he turns and he's talking to his people in another language. Like, they keep laughing and all this stuff. And the Araness that was talking to you before steps forward and she says something. And he's like, oh. He looks at you. I like her style. She says if you just fell in, maybe you should just fall into our waters here. What do you think?
That makes no sense to me.
Are they boiling waters?
No.
I was just curious. It's kind of warm here.
Well, what do you expect when we spend all day and all night smithing weapons?
Yeah.
Do you expect it to be cold and snowing? Humanoids, I swear they get dumber and dumber each generation, a new creation.
It's fucking rude.
He talks to them for another couple minutes. So then he goes, throw them in the water. A couple of Ernest's bow, and each one grabs a hold of you, and they start escorting you.
Can I at least get my ship back, please?
They already gave it to us.
Oh.
They escort you out. And while they're walking, as you start walking out of this place, it gets hotter. The metal around you, there's no metal on the floor anymore. It's stone, and the metal around you is turning. There's red spots, there's orange spots, there's yellow spots. As you're kind of progressing.
melting.
And they walk you out to an area, and surrounding the area is this black water. And you can see the currents in the water, but it is black. It looks like liquid soot.
This was not what I was expecting.
Take a second look back and forth. Hope you can swim. They toss you guys into the water.
I don't think I can swim.
Alright, so you've been tossed into the Black River.
I tried to swim. Actually, I tried to make sure Belial is above water.
Belial is above water.
And I tried to swim.
Roll athletics.
Is it like a tarry or is it
No, it's
still
just
like
black
water?
Maybe a little bit thicker than you're not used to, but
Is it like a huge river?
It's a
Is it
river.
something like
22.
we can swim across kind of to try
Might
to
be able
get to the
to.
other side?
only way you'll know is to try.
I guess I'm gonna try.
Athletics.
Did you roll 1?
Mm-hmm.
Back it up.
Why do the dice in this house hate me?
It's just the dice today, period.
So it'd be 20.
Okay. So you hit the water, and for whatever reason, your rabbit instincts cause you to panic. So you're just splashing around, you're keeping yourself above water, but you were just frantically splashing everywhere. Jesus Christ, rabbit, stop!
I'm gonna think.
You've been told to stop acting like a psychotic rabbit and splashing all over the fucking place.
I will try to more calmly swim.
So you take a second, you take a breath, and you're like, okay, still above water. Roll again.
Fucking Christ. Athletics, right?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Nope, you're staying above water. You are struggling, but at least you're not splashing everywhere.
Am I able to get to the other side?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my vines to grab onto them.
Okay.
And pull them to the shore.
So your ass gets snatched by something under the water, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And it turns out to just be Yuli's.
And I do the same for
thank you.
Elias because I'd imagine.
Who's this Elias?
I was like, oh no, it happened again.
I'm sorry.
If it's not Elias, it's Edith, okay?
Did you see what I titled the last?
Who's Edith? Because you kept saying Edith.
Instead of
Okay.
Ethan.
You guys.
Okay, so when you listened to it, did you hear me say Edith? Or did I say even? Because I swear I only said even.
Yeah, I don't remember hearing you
Because
say
I went back a
Edith.
ways and I only said Edith. So I'm like, when the fuck did she think I
Whatever,
said Edith?
You cut it out to spite me.
Definitely. That was Bit's entire goal.
I'm gonna survey the area and see where the fuck we are.
So, kind of looking around, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I have to re-roll that because I don't know what it was, and I know it was not a natural 20. I bumped it immediately after rolling it. $12.
Okay. So, looking around, you see a flat, barren plain that has large sections of this black, stagnant river stretching for miles. There's some rolling hills towards the far end of your line of sight. Looking around, the sky is a dull green that seems to have constant lightning going off across it. It looks like, kind of looking around, you might be more towards the center of this area. There is a giant city of iron behind you, with a very, very tall iron tower in the center. And you can see that throughout like the entire city, the streets have a dull red glow from the iron being hot and heated by the world around it. You can see the smokes billowing out of sections of the tower and a couple of other buildings in the town. So you are outside of the city of Diz. What
How
would you
the
like to
fuck
know?
do we get out of here? Belial?
I don't know if there's gonna be another portal that we can, and who knows where it lets out to.
Well, we need the portal to be a reverse portal. So we have
Wait, portals aren't two-way? That seems excessive.
Well, we also know that they were trying to reopen that in some way or form because he said to find a new location.
I think you're confusing devils and demons.
Why?
Devils don't do incursions, demons do.
Why I'm confused and why do devils come through?
Devils don't tend to. Some do, but for the most part it is demons.
So then why was that portal there? Do they share the same space?
I mean, it only seems smart if you need a quick way in and out of another realm. Put the portal where it can stay open for those who can't create them, and just put it somewhere no one else is gonna go.
Maybe
Which is what
man's
we-
had a spy in his midst.
Why do you say that?
That's who was opening up the portal again. He doesn't want a portal dropping right into his house. It's in the house because someone who works for him is playing sides.
Hmm.
I don't know.
We owe that Uranus our lives.
He pushes himself up off the ground. Up. 3 options. Look for a portal, go up or go down.
How do we go up or down? How complicated is that gonna be? So how much difficult is it to go up or down or...
It's just a matter of finding the way.
I'm gonna look at the sky and see if I see any portals. I pull out my portal detector. Boop, 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 boop. Oops, sorry, mouse. I didn't mean to
Julie has
slap you.
lost her mind.
Well, I guess let's go up. Up leads home.
So
that
could
por-
we have only fallen one, like, level then?
What do you
Or do
mean by
we-
falling?
Well, like, we fell in... Or does it not work
Yeah,
that way?
that portal.
Could we have
Did it
fallen,
let
like,
into
5
the
levels?
castle?
Xirien?
It let into the castle?
Yes.
Well,
As far as you know, anyway, because you did come to consciousness in the tower.
we have to go back. I dropped Simon.
Oh no. He's in my bag.
You're a godsend. I wonder how well he knows this place. Let's bring him out.
He pulls him out. Kind of dumps him into his
I don't
pile
know
and
if he
tosses
got
the
used very
amulet.
much here, though. I think he was used more as a gopher.
The other one seemed like he knew where he was.
Did he know where he
True.
was or who he was in the presence of?
I guess we'll find out.
Fair.
Hi, Simon.
It's hot here.
How was your nap?
True story.
It was okay. Just walking next to you with his clattery of bones. It's a cacophony of bones, Bradley.
Cacophony of bones. Yeah. Excellent.
I just lead him up.
Where are you going?
I don't know, up a mountain or some shit. Up. Whichever way's up.
So you go towards the mountain, the hills?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, you could go up the tower. Would involve turning around and going back across the river and going back up the tower you came out of, though.
So do demons only speak infernal,
Seems like they
Or-
can speak common.
abyssal, or like I can't remember. Is there a distinction or no?
One of them is the written word.
Oh, okay.
Can we turn into a, I don't know, devil?
That's I was just gonna like disguise myself as something.
Oh, backwards. Abyssal is demons. Infernal is devils.
Could we change shape into one of the devils? Feasibly like an Uranus or
I
something?
feel like I just switched that. Infernal is
Demons. Or, no, devils.
devils.
Abyssal
Okay.
is...
Demons.
The way to keep it straight, there's an I in infernal and devils,
Ah,
but not in abyssal or
you
demons.
right.
Or-
You right. Look at that.
Light the devils
DM
on
with the
fire.
memory tricks.
Throw the demons into the abyss.
Or the demons.
I'm like, that escalated quickly. So, okay. hold on.
You didn't answer our question though. Can we turn into something?
Yes.
I turn into a thing.
Turn into a penis.
Mm.
It's a little weird, don't you think?
So would demons and devils be walking around here, or no? Okay. Because I know the opposite language of where we're at.
You know the demons' language?
Yeah. So I'm like, if I look like a devil, am I gonna have to try to speak? I could pretend my can't speak, I guess.
Well, how's just falling behind you? So where are we going?
I don't know.
I gave 3 options and then you started walking with a
Up.
bone.
Was one of your options. So we go up. Up, you said that we're going to, like, up hills.
Mm-hmm.
Then up hills we go. You know, we know nothing about here. Like, are there other ways to get out? How do demons get out? Devil. How do devils get out?
Portals?
I mean, yeah.
There's not really a lot
But
of
I
ways
don't
to
think
get
it's
out.
like they're gonna be like, ooh, portal over here.
Nothing in the books we had anything about locating portals, did it?
Mm-mm. All you know is that it's very hard for devils to get out.
Well, I guess maybe we venture into demon territory?
That would mean going down.
Well, I guess we go down.
At least it's not an uphill climb.
Downtown.
Disguise ourselves as demons and just follow where they go?
Guess so.
Well, we'll have to get to Styx.
Sticks.
The river Styx.
Huh?
The river Styx.
Keyboard back.
Sticks.
Did it? Oh shit, but yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to go all the way down.
That sounds awful.
What, you don't want to go through all the 9 hells?
It's just gonna get harder, isn't it?
Depends
So
on
demons
what's
are
going on.
below devils.
Mhm.
Oh, what's the fastest way down?
I don't know what's the evilest thing you can do.
I have no idea.
Go back
Drop
and
my seed
eviscerate
pack into a
Dissipator.
drop my seed pack into a pot of boiling lava. You know how many people I'd kill?
That would be
It
terrible.
would be.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
But
I
it is
could.
the most horrible thing I could
Yeah,
do.
it's true. It is.
Are there any signs anywhere? Looking around for signs.
I'll roll a perception check.
Opened.
10.
There are no signs.
I'm not surprised. I could have rolled a nat 20 and there wouldn't have been a sign.
A little bit of Burmit shave. But just kind of keeps walking towards the edge of the mountains.
I'm just following Belial.
Takes you guys the better part of a day to hit the edge of the mountains.
Belial is the name of a demon. Or a devil.
And,
No, a demon.
Yes, and there's different sections of like the mountain. One that has like a steep looking staircase.
I thought we were going down. Is that what you're describing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought.
And the other side is a rocky mountainside that you can scale.
Do we take the steps or the scale?
Well, if you scale, you're going up.
Well, then I step on the steps and I start walking down.